Welcome back to Bees In with Britt. It's here, you guys. This is the week we've all been waiting for. The Kardashians start streaming on Hulu this Thursday, April 14th. I think we're going to get a lot more of like an authentic look at their lives. It seems more documentary style. I am excited. And there is a lot more going on in their love lives, in their relationships. So in honor of the premiere, I'm going to tell you guys about the jaw-dropping cosmic love connections that Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson have in their natal birth charts in astrology. I know, the most unlikely couple, but in astrology, it weirdly works, and I can't wait. I'm so excited to tell you about this. It's very juicy. There's some past life connection stuff going on even. We're going to have so much fun. So let's start breaking down the red-hot cosmic connections that make Hollywood's weirdest couple work. When it comes to a relationship, the three most important things are communication, attraction, and you got to share the same love language. If we're going to translate that into astrology, it would be Mercury, the way you think and the way you communicate. Mars would be sexuality and like what turns you on. And then your love language would be Venus. Okay, so brace yourselves, buckle up. When it comes to Kim and Pete, they have the same Mercury sign, which means they think alike. They think on the same wavelength. They communicate on the same wavelength. It is effortless. They have the same Mars sign, which is the planet that tells you what turns you on, what motivates you, what drives you, what your, sexual preferences are. Very spicy. And then their Venus signs are sextile. Okay, no, that's not a sex thing. It just means that the signs there are two signs apart. So Kim's Venus is in Virgo. So her love language is very Virgo energy. And Pete's love language is Scorpio. He's got so much Scorpio in his chart, you guys. I think that's why he has that reputation for BDE. I'm not saying it's like, it might be physical, it might not be, but with that much Scorpio in his chart, okay? Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. That's all I'm going to say. When your Venus signs are sextile, that is a very harmonious aspect. Okay, so let's talk about their Mercury and Scorpio. All right, so with Kim and Pete, both having their Mercury in Scorpio, the way that they communicate in general and with each other, they are the friend in the friend group that will keep your secrets. They're both intense and mysterious. And that makes me think of how Pete, like when you first kind of, see him like on SNL or whatever, he has Sagittarius rising, by the way. So he comes off as kind of goofy. Oh, and Kim also has Sagittarius rising, but we're not going to dive into those. If y'all want a part two, let me know. Just like DM me at BZNTV on Instagram. I can do a part two and go into more, but we're going to stick to the main ones. Okay. So he comes off as very like, fun and jovial. That's kind of on the surface. That's that veneer. But when you really listen to him talk, I mean, he's very deep. He's very into like things like psychology, and he shares messages about mental health, and he's talked about his own mental health. He's really destigmatized borderline personality disorder. He is the first celebrity that I ever heard about just coming out and talking about his borderline personality disorder. That was like a disorder that was considered very taboo prior to Pete normalizing it and sharing, his journey. And I just think that he's done so much for the mental health community in that way. I love it, honestly. He's been very open, and I think it's so important. So there is that transformative scorpionic element that he has to his personality. The person who has their Mercury in Scorpio is also going to give you their honest opinion. They are deep thinkers, and they don't mince their words. Scorpio is the sign that is associated with, truth, power, the taboo, the occult. Like, they go deep. They go all the way in. They do not skate around on the surface. Not about small talk. Like, they mean what they say, and they're intense, honestly. They're very intense. So they're also both really good investigators. They love to dive in to a topic fully before sharing their perspective. So the way that they think, the way that they communicate, there is a natural respect there. And honestly, their text conversations must just be so interesting. Their deep thoughts, and there's a lot of transformation when it comes to Scorpio, like I said. And so both of them are probably really helping one another to transform in the way that they think. Like, this is such a wonderful mental collaboration. All right, now let's move on to the sexy stuff. So they both have their Mars in Sagittarius. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so they are very physical when it comes to the bedroom. They are very playful, lighthearted. Sagittarius energy, when applied to, someone's Mars placement, Mars is like what turns you on, what drives you, what makes you excited about life in and out, in the bedroom and also outside of the bedroom. So Sagittarius is all about adventure and having fun. It's the optimist. So they truly do have a good-natured connection when it comes to the bedroom or the way that they like have fun together. It is not a super like romantic, okay, so it's not like they're gonna like be that couple that like cries after sex and like all that stuff, but they'll like have fun, they'll laugh, they're very straightforward with each other, and they're able to be themselves because of that Sagittarius placement. So their love life, when it comes to between the sheets, is extremely satisfying for both of them. Having this kind of connection is like that is what people want. Like that is, I mean, guys, I'm just going to say, I'm sure it's really good. Okay, so, and if you go to Kim Kardashian's Instagram, oh my gosh, you guys, she posted some photos of her with Pete. Like they were sitting like at a table eating, and I think she wrote like late night snack or something. I don't know. It was cute. But you can see the chemistry. Go look at those photos and then comment Mars and Sagittarius. Okay. No, but seriously, like look at those photos. That is exactly what I'm talking about. You can see the chemistry burning in their eyes. And I rarely would even pick that up from looking at a couple, but you guys, it is intense. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. So very hot, very spicy. And then their Venus placements being sextile, like I said, Kim is a Venus and Virgo person. So her love language is really about nurturing, needing to feel loved, and wanting to like be able to love somebody else. What's kind of funny, you guys, okay, especially male Virgos get a reputation for this, but female Virgos do it too. I think they're just a little more sneaky about it. Virgo men are known for having what I like to refer to as broken bird syndrome. That means they like to find a little bird with a broken wing and then like nurture it back to health and help it, fly again. And like, it makes them feel good. It makes them feel like, I don't know, like it turns them on. I don't know why, but it's just men with very prominent Virgo placements love to help a damsel in distress. It's just, that's who they are. That's the vibe they have. When it comes to women, it's a little bit different the way they express it. But because Kim has that Venus and Virgo placement, her love language really does have to do with her needing to feel useful. When it comes to her love life, she's really attracted to and is able to express her love most fully when she's with somebody that she kind of feels like is an underdog in a way. And we can sort of see that with Kanye because he also had, some mental health issues, some things going on, even though he's a super successful guy. Well, and with Pete, he kind of is like the goofy guy. He's the outcast. He's not the Brad Pitt. He's, the cute, like, best friend. And that is exactly what Venus and Virgo people are really attracted to. Like, they are able to fully express their love language, which is to, like, be giving and to kind of, like, take care of that person and see about them. And, like, it makes them feel really good. Okay, and then in return, though, Venus and Virgo can be vulnerable in a way where they need to feel stability in order to fall in love and let loose, or in order to fall in love and like really let go and truly fall in love, not just like fall in like or lust or have like a quick fling. If they're going to get serious about someone, because Virgo is an earth sign, Venus and Virgo people like Kim need to feel stability. They need to know that you're here for the long haul before they're able to really open up, before they're going to introduce you to the family. So Kim is in luck because Pete's, again, another Scorpio placement, you guys. He's got so much Scorpio in his chart, it's insane. Pete's Venus is in Scorpio. Scorpio and Virgo are very, very compatible, especially when it comes to their Venus signs. Because Scorpio people, just like when it comes to that Mercury placement, it's all about the intensity. So that Venus, his love language is all about intensity. He needs to feel like he can love someone fully, intensely with his whole heart and soul. And he needs to feel that that is accepted and desired from him. Because Scorpio people have so much intensity, especially with this Venus placement, that they sometimes experience rejection because people will think they're too intense or it's too much, or like it's hard for them to find that special person because they are seeking that deep connection. And that doesn't come around every day, right? Like, I believe that we have, one person that's really meant for us because I'm a romantic like that. And I have a Scorpio moon. So, there you go. But Scorpio, Venus people, they have this dream, this desire to find that one person, that forever person that is just their perfect match, that they can be their full selves with, have, share all their secrets, and they'll never leave them. It's like they want that one undying love. And that is exactly what a Venus and Virgo person wants. So truly, by looking at their Venus placements and then checking their, Mercury, that communication aspect, the way that they think, that's got to be on par. You've got to be able to connect mentally with somebody. And then in the bedroom, that Mars placement, having that same set, Mars and Sagittarius, you guys, they have all the elements of this like lock and key relationship. Okay, now, just based on that, I'm still a little skeptical. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, I'm not just going to like get sucked in, okay? So I was like, let's check their past life connections. Let's check their synastry. Synastry in astrology is a way to check to see if you and another person have past life connections, okay? I love this. It's so good. And then also you can see the particular gifts that one person is bringing into the other person's life, and the gifts, and vice versa. So you can see like the purpose of the relationship on a grander scale. Like, what is the reason that this person came into your life? You can do it for yourself. But for these two, for Kim and Pete, all right, the major connection that indicates between their charts, that indicates that there is a past life karmic connection and a potentially unbreakable bond in this life, is Kim's South Node conjunct Pete's Saturn. Now, what does that mean? Well, in astrology, Saturn is the planet associated with lessons, structure, energy of like the father, like father figure energy. It is stability. It's also hard work, growing up. It's like just maturity. It is maturity, it is purpose, and it is a very powerful placement. Also, Saturn energy is permanent. It's that permanent kind of energy. It's something that is stable and you can count on it. Okay, and what did we just learn about the Venus placements and what they both want out of love? Okay, well, they've got it in this connection. When two people come together and they have a South Node conjunct Saturn, South Node also indicates a past life connection. That tells us that in this lifetime, they've come back together for a karmic purpose. And because it's Saturn, like it would be, so it would be very hard for this couple to break up. If they ever did break up, it would be so hard for them not to just keep coming back together, because this connection is karmic, it is magnetic, it is meant to be. According to this, okay? So you guys, oh my gosh, goosebumps. And then another one that they have, another really intense synastry connection that they have in their charts, which oh my God, I love this one. It's so spicy. Pete's North Node. Your North Node is like where you're going. Your South Node is your past, and your North Node is where you're going. It's like your purpose, what you're becoming. Your South Node is where you've been. Okay, so that's why I know that they've had an intense past life connection, because of the South Node conjunct Saturn, okay, that permanent energy. It's very intense. They have been significant in one another's lives. And because Pete is the Saturn person, Kim coming into his life awakens the Saturn energy within him, giving him more purpose, meaning, and like a desire to create something in his life. It's like it gives the energy that Kim brings him. It's like it gives his life new purpose. I mean, you guys, that's how intense this is. It is so meant to be. It's just like, oh my gosh. Again, goosebumps, just, I can't take it. It's precious. So Pete's North Node, where he's going, where, the more that Pete lives his North Node, the more that Pete embodies who he's meant to be in this life, his North Node is conjunct Kim's Mars, which means the more he'll turn Kim on. You know what I mean? So that means that Kim is very attracted to Pete. And I think we can see that, with all the connections. So guys, there is chemistry on every level here. There's mental chemistry, physical chemistry, sexual chemistry. They're speaking the same love language. So I'm going to say, you guys, stamp of approval. I think this is such a great example of how sometimes people on paper don't work. And then if you look at the cosmic compatibility, it can blow you away. Love is way more than skin deep, you guys. Love is definitely something mysterious and cosmic, but I just love to see these two together. I think it's precious. Okay, a couple of last notes, just throwing this out there. So when it comes to the composite chart of two people, or when you're doing synastry, if we want to look at their connections and what the higher purpose is for this relationship, Pete brings Kim gifts in her 12th house. The 12th house is all about healing. Oh my gosh, you guys. So it makes so much sense too, because typically you attract someone into your life that stimulates your 12th house energy, that awakens that 12th house energy when you need to heal, when you're going through something and you need to heal. Also, his influence on Kim helps her to psychologically understand herself in a deeper way. It also helps her to find solutions to mental, stress or mental health issues. The 12th house is all about the true self. So my husband and I have a connection in our 12th house as well. And I will tell you guys, I've experienced this kind of connection firsthand. What happens is all of the layers, all of the false selves, all the things that your fears, the things that you thought that were important, when somebody comes in your life and they give you gifts in your 12th house, you are able to let go of all of these illusions, all of the falsehoods, self-esteem issues, things like that. And you just realize being who I am, the 12th house, what's hidden. The 12th house is what's hidden, deep within. Expressing your true self, your true emotions. It's this energy of realizing that you can be loved for who you really are and that you don't need to try to be anything else. And it's very psychologically healing. Now with Kim, she's been through a lot. I think that she has a great life. Don't get me wrong. She has a great life. And by the way, how good did she look on the red carpet for the Kardashians premiere in that gray Thierry Moulet, in that gray, or in that silvery Thierry Moulet dress. Oh, it was so total goddess dress. Beautiful. I also really loved Chloe's dress. Anyway, back to it. She is able to experience this energy of a rebirth. When she was with Kanye, let's back up a little bit. When she was with Kanye, she was having, you can tell now by how happy she seems, how at ease she seems. Oh my gosh, you guys, in the recent interviews I've seen, she's a different person. It's night and day. And I feel I kind of feel that way too. I can relate, because it's this feeling being loved for you. And it's you just realize oh my gosh, I can just be me. And you're able to go back to basics. And so I think that's what she's doing right now. I truly think she's very happy. She's dressing the way she wants to dress. She's dressing for her body. She looks amazing. She's not hiding herself underneath a big black rag anymore. Remember that when she's covered her face and everything? And she coordinated that with Kanye, all that stuff. Kim, if we look at her birth chart, that's really not her. She's a Libra sun, for goodness sakes. Her North Node is in Leo. She's meant to experience the spotlight. She's meant to be warm and beautiful and be able to go out into the world and experience and express joy. She's a Sagittarius rising. Kanye was so not compatible with her in so many ways that it's she's been through this entire transformation, and Pete is here to help her have a rebirth, okay? And I do think that he is going to be a very significant part of her life for a very long time, based on all of these cosmic connections, which is like, oh my gosh. And I really think that they give each other what the other has been looking for in life. It's so sweet. Like, I love to see it. Okay. Now, when it comes to Pete, this is really, really interesting. The gifts that Kim brings Pete are in his 9th house. So the 9th house is all about things like the law, spirituality, metaphysics, travel. It's very Sagittarian energy. Now, what's interesting about that is that Pete's North Node is in Sagittarius, which means he is supposed to learn to embody Sagittarian energy. She brings him gifts that move him towards his purpose, that help him to open up towards his purpose and his potential. The 9th house rules, like I said, like law, metaphysics. She is able to see things for him that he is not able to see for himself. She takes him seriously. Whereas other people might not have seen, different things for his life, for the future. She believes in him and she makes him feel confident and worthy, and it fires him up. It opens him up to this different level of thinking and this different way of viewing the world. Encourages him to get out of his comfort zone and to travel and do more things. So, okay, very, very interesting. I think their connection is the most authentic out of all of the sisters. Anyway, I know it's a little hot take there. Okay. I love it. I love everything about this couple now that I've done their reading. I love everything about them. I was skeptical at first. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but yeah, I'm a believer. I'm a Keat stan now. Okay, you guys. Well, I hope that you had as much fun as I did. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear your opinions. I'm going to be doing a tarot tea on the Kardashians all week in honor of this momentous occasion. And leave a comment down there. I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know if you agree with this. Do you agree with this assessment? Do you see it? Did you expect this? Were you shocked? Let me know. But enough of that, because now it's time for us to spring clean our own love lives. So Monique Kelly is going to help us figure out how to invest more energy into ourselves, the things that make us happy, nurture our love lives, and nurture our positive friendships, and let go of the fake friends, fake people, time wasters, and people who ghost you. I love that Monique calls it Ghostbusters. I think it's so cute. Anyway, Monique is hilarious. You've probably seen her on The Real, Daily Pop. She is just a mover and shaker, always out there in the media, giving her tips and advice and helping people to experience more joy in their, and honestly, and a lot more fun in their love lives and dating relationships. So let's jump over to Monique. Enjoy.